All this stuff on Twitter is coming out about Draymond Green, and everybody's starting to wonder, is Draymond Green the problem? He's had a lot of incidents in his past, obviously including the one with Jordan Poole, also the one with Kevin Durant, and now, just recently, this whole thing with Chris Paul. There was an old clip of Draymond Green talking about Chris Paul back in the day, and he pretty much just said that he doesn't like him at all. And I respect Draymond because at least he didn't back down from his comments today, because they asked him about it again and he pretty much just said, yeah, I said it, and yeah, it was true, but now we're teammates. And now, just 22 minutes ago, there is a report that Draymond Green does not have a relationship with Jonathan Kuminga. Quote, Draymond Green and Jonathan Kuminga's non-relationship is a problem and it can only be fixed by Draymond. The new contract implies the Warriors believe he can fix it, but around the league, there are a lot of people saying, I don't know. Now, Draymond Green is actually one of my favorite players in the league, and I listened to his podcast. He was a guest on Paul George's podcast, and he was talking about how he feels like he has failed his young guys, and he has failed being a vet, never properly giving the guidance to the young players that he needed to do, and we've seen this with Jordan Poole. Draymond Green went on Patrick Beverley's podcast and is still talking about the Jordan Poole punch. Jordan Poole hasn't said anything about it, and when reporters ask him questions about it, he just brushes it off and tries to focus on his own team and his new situation. So I think we're really starting to see that Draymond has not let this go. There was a clip of him on TikTok, I believe, doing a little challenge where you have to build a team randomly, and the Wizards team popped up and he just laughed. At the time, Kuzma wasn't even signed to the Wizards and he picked Kyle Kuzma and laughed. I really don't think Draymond Green likes Jordan Poole. On that podcast with Patrick Beverley, Draymond was pretty much saying, I don't hit people for no reason. He was talking a lot of trash. He was talking a lot and he needed to be humbled. Pretty much what he was saying. Then Jordan Poole's dad, Anthony Poole, took to Twitter. He said, this is some bullshit. Jordan Poole was his guy and he avoided me all last year. He's a soft ass bitch and I'm standing on this. He didn't apologize to me and my wife, so he lame, and me and him can meet anytime he wants. And guess what? Draymond Green responded to it again. Draymond says, that's so cute. It's impossible to avoid you in an arena for a year, champ. I gotta get my family from that family room every game. And stop using those words. They usually don't go over well amongst men. And I know I said Kevin Durant at the beginning of this video. That clip has kind of resurfaced on social media recently. Draymond pretty much just said Kevin Durant was pissed that I didn't give him the ball. In that situation, they were trying to win the game. They got to stop. Draymond got the rebound, and Draymond, instead of passing Kevin Durant the ball for the last shot, decided to try to push the ball and ended up turning it over. In my opinion, I feel like Draymond's self-pride is very, very high. So whenever that gets damaged, whenever his ego gets attacked, he's going to get very mad and lash out. I don't know if you guys play 2K or even basketball in real life, but usually whenever somebody makes a mistake in embarrassing play, there are two ways that they react to it. Number one, they apologize and they feel really bad. Sometimes might even lose their confidence. Or number two, they get very mad, get embarrassed, and when they feel that embarrassment, they lash out and attack other people. And I think that's what Draymond does. Jordan Poole, whatever he was saying, really triggered Draymond Green. It attacked his ego, and that's what forced him to attack Jordan Poole. Kevin Durant got mad at Draymond Green for not passing him the ball. Got mad at him for turning the ball over. And Draymond Green probably got embarrassed that he did, felt like his pride and ego was attacked, and then he lashed back out and said some things about Kevin Durant that probably led to the departure, let's be honest. Draymond Green is a key factor for those 4 championships with the Warriors, and he'll never do anything to damage the relationship with Stephen Curry or Klay Thompson, but it seems like everybody else around him, he kind of does. Now also, just recently, that troll NBA Central account posted something about Kevin Garnett pretending to say something about Draymond Green, and Draymond Green got so defensive, didn't even check to see if it was faked. Quote retweeted it and attacked KG back, where KG responded and said, bro, this is fake, somebody do something about this, and then the page got suspended. And like I was saying earlier, Draymond is literally one of my favorite players in the NBA. I love the way he plays. I think he's one of the smartest players in the league. His IQ is crazy good. His defense is good. I think he's a very good playmaker. rebounder, but as much as I was saying Jordan Poole plays ego ball, Draymond might do it in a different way. I think Draymond has a very high ego in himself, and I think it could be easily attacked, and that's why he gets so angry. Now, my opinion in this, it's fun to see these type of players on the court because they don't take anything from anybody. But at times, it could come off as an overreaction and it could damage relationships, especially with people that you want to build relationships with. Obviously, it's not going to hurt that much when you're doing it to the opposing team, but when you're doing it to your teammates or your future teammates, it could damage their relationship. It's going to be interesting to see if this whole Chris Paul Draymond Green thing turns into something bigger when the season starts or training camp starts, because I don't care what anybody says. That can affect somebody. When a player comes out publicly and says that they do not like this person and they are now your teammate, and instead of saying, oh, that's just in the past, kind of just says it again. Yeah, I don't really like him, but now we're teammates. It could go two ways in my opinion. Either Chris Paul and Draymond Green are going to be the ultimate menaces on the court and it's not going to be fun to play against them, or we might see another situation like Kevin Durant and Draymond Green. I think we're finally seeing that so much blame was placed on Jordan Poole last season. I know I made that whole video and I said a billion times that he's only 23 years old, but Draymond Green is a decade older than Jordan Poole. Draymond Green came out publicly and said he should have done a better job being a vet. He didn't necessarily say Jordan Poole's name. In fact, he won't even mention Jordan Poole's name anywhere. So you could definitely see that Jordan Poole had to be traded, because it's going to be tough to get rid of Draymond Green when he has 4 championships with the team and he plays well with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. But am I the only one that kind of feels bad for Jordan Poole in this situation? Gets sent to probably the worst team in the entire NBA. It could be seen as a fresh start. You finally get to let go of that toxic situation that everybody knew about, that embarrassment. Maybe try to rebuild your confidence again. Try to be the man in Washington. And then reporters constantly still bringing the situation up over and over and over again. And he's just saying, let's move on from this. But Draymond Green kind of making it seem like he doesn't want to move on from it. He still wants to talk about it. A report just came out about a day ago on Twitter on 95.7 The Game, and they were just saying it reeks of hypocrisy. Jordan acts this way because you were his mentor, Draymond. So how do you guys feel about Draymond Green? Do you think he should have been a better mentor to Jordan Poole? Probably, obviously. But do you think he should have came out and apologized and owned up to the fact that he let Jordan Poole down? Also, how do you feel about this whole thing with Anthony Poole, Jordan Poole's dad, and Draymond going back and forth with it on Twitter, and Draymond constantly still bringing it up in the media? Now, obviously, Draymond Green has monetization outside of the NBA. He's got his own voice, his own platform, where he also has his own brand and business. So, unfortunately, in that type of business, you kind of do have to create controversy. So maybe that's why he's talking about the Jordan Poole situation so much. And maybe it's not so bad on his part, but I just want to know, how do you guys really feel about this? How do you guys feel about Draymond Green? Warriors fans in specific, because I do feel like there is a split and divide between Warriors fans on how they feel about Draymond Green. Being honest, I think a lot of Warriors fans actually like Jordan Poole and they wanted to see him succeed, but they did lose patience and got very frustrated with him. But I think after all this happened with Draymond Green and the offseason and the trade, and now we're seeing all this, I think a lot of Warriors fans might switch up on how they're viewing this whole Jordan Poole situation. So let me know in the comments, how do you guys feel about Jordan Poole now? Do you guys think that Draymond and Chris Paul can get together, and do you think they could be successful together, or how do you think that will go? Let me know. Let your voice be heard down below in the comments. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button. It helps out this channel a lot. And if you guys aren't already, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate everybody that is subscribed and supporting the channel on a daily. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Zite. Peace.